I've made an update video on this pretty much every single day, but every day I come back and everything is still up double digits in price. So here we are again. Today, I want to talk about how high in price can skins get. Everything, look, everything's up. It's up 30% in the past day, a Karambit Fade. Look at this, dude. This is the most unbelievable thing we've ever seen. So dude, I own one of these. Oh my God. Okay, here we go. How high in prices can skins get? Well, it's kind of hard to say with a lot of different skins, but we can base some things off of cases in the game. For example, the glove case, currently at $22.50 with only 1,600 listed on the market. A big reason why a lot of gloves are seeing double-digit gains in the past 24 hours, and some of them even seeing triple-digit gains, 143% in just the past 2 months. Same with a lot of Dopplers, but you could tie this with the case price. Obviously, if the glove case and the Operation Hydra case, which has the same gloves and is also above $20, become more expensive, then the gloves are going to go up in price as well. If the cases are cheaper, you can unbox them and theoretically get the gloves for a cheaper price. If the cases are becoming $22 a pop and there's not that many in existence anymore, those prices are going to blow up. This is what we've recently seen pretty much across the board in the CS market. You could check the Gamma case, the Spectrum case, old operation cases like the Wildfire case. Those are all active drops, but you get the point. Cases are extremely limited now. The extremely high player count has just sucked out the supply completely. This video is sponsored by Skins Monkey. If you've been looking to trade out your old boring skins for new ones, Skins Monkey is the place. By clicking the link in the description, you'll get a 35% deposit bonus when depositing with cash and crypto, and up to a free $5 bonus on your first trade. So be sure to click that link. Skins Monkey also has the freebies tab where they run 24/7 giveaways that are completely free to join with crazy skins. And if you're looking to actually get your hands on some good skins, Skins Monkey is the quickest way to do it. So be sure to get that free $5 and 35% deposit bonus now, trading your CSGO skins with that link at the top of the description. Now, there's only really one sort of example like this in CS2 when it comes to cases. We had these Cato 14 stickers and their capsules that are just so limited at this point that there's pretty much none out there. The capsules are like 30 grand a pop now, and they're the only way to get these stickers. Now, this is a bit of a different case because stickers are consumable items, and Dragon Lore is not a consumable item. No skins or knives are consumable. You just equip them, you could trade them, you could sell them. The only way they come out of circulation is if they get trade banned, pretty much. One thing I do want to point out is with this massive increase in buying, I think 7 days from now, when all of these skins become tradable, that people can potentially make like 40% gains or something ridiculous in a week, we could see a massive amount of selling. Once again, if you bought superconductors yesterday and you're up 50% today, in a week from now, when those become tradable, there's a very good chance we see a massive influx in selling. So if there was something to drag the price down in the very short term, it's going to be like a week from now, or maybe even sooner, because we've seen these gains in the past couple of days. So it could be those traders taking profits from that. I don't think any long-term holders are going to be selling massively because high-tier skins don't move that often. But people that bought recently, they aren't going to be too upset with 50% profit and could very easily dump on the market. So good and bad news. I don't think we're going to be seeing $60,000 outgoing years or $60,000 like minimal wear gloves anytime soon. But the thing is, if the glove case is going to continue getting this expensive, and this price is fairly justified because if we look at any of the gloves in the glove case, just an average pair, superconductors and field tested, are $7,100. Hedge mazes, field tested, $12,000. Minimal wear is $20,000. It's a car, dude. So believe it or not, the glove case price is kind of justified, and it's a big reason why everybody's kind of expecting a crash, myself included. But with so many limited cases out now, I mean, it's like there's not really going to be any more gloves coming into supply. So extremely high prices, if the case can maintain this extremely high price, are somehow justified. Now, when it comes to the rest of the market, where you have stuff like hydroponics, blazes, blue phosphorus, old operation skins, and stuff like that, these skins did not start taking off in price until we saw stuff like the gloves and the rest of the market and the cases take off in price. These were kind of the last to take advantage of that. So I'd say this is a bit more likely to crash down in price. I don't want to say it's completely manipulated or unjustified, but it's like everybody is seeing double digit gains across the market in gloves and stuff. So it's like people realize, hey, wait a second, these old operation skins and old drops in the game are kind of rare as well. Now, these are, of course, a bit of a different case because, like the glove case, where you could technically unbox it for 20 something dollars and still have a chance of getting these gloves, you don't really have an opportunity to get Dragon Lore anymore. You could trade up to it with M4A1S Knights, but speaking of limited supply, there's not really that many of those in existence anymore either. So when you have something like an Op Dragon Lore or an Op Gungnir or any old operation skin, they're pretty limited as well. There's not a ridiculous amount of these things out there in each condition. It's not that crazy. So for me personally, I'm surprised these things haven't blown up in price sooner. Of course, I didn't expect double-digit gains in a day for a Dragon Lore or anything close to that because we have essentially never seen that in the market ever. This is the first time something like this at this level is happening. Now, the only way I say this is justified and all the prices maintain and don't come completely crashing down is if we maintain a high player count, because then simply there's just too many players and the demand is going to outweigh the actual supply. There really is not that much supply of Counter-Strike skins out there. Another example of stuff like this is with M4A4 Howls, which you literally just cannot get anymore. The fact that this thing is only $7,500 when you've got something like a Wild Lotus, which doesn't want to show up, but a factory new one is 20 grand. I'll just save you guys the aggravation. 20 grand for a factory new Wild Lotus. So are some things ridiculously expensive right now? Yeah. But does that mean they're necessarily overpriced? Well, not really, actually, because there's just so much demand for them. And now you might be like, okay, well, wait a second. What if prices do crash down? What would actually cause it? Well, one thing we could check to see how much demand there is for stuff is actual buy orders. With the AK Wild Lotus, despite the fact that it's currently 20 grand, and where did it go? And the minimal wear one, I assume the factory new one's the same, is up 50% in the past 2 months. We do see a significant amount of buy orders for this thing. Buff prices are a bit skewed, but I think it does a decent job of showing demand as well. Even if you sell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these, there's people with buy orders for 19 grand. The amount of these that would have to be sold to completely crash the price back down to what it was would have to be pretty significant. And of course, this changes a lot with some of the other lower tier skins as well. We can check the Crimson Kimonos, and this is my first time going through this, so we could actually check as well. 25 buy orders for these things, and these are much lower, like 5,200 for this thing, and the actual sale price is like 6,100. So I think I want to say, but I've said this like the past 4 days, that we're getting to the level where stuff is just unsustainable. Pretty much anybody that's ever bought a skin ever is in massive profit. So you would have to expect selling at some point. Now, long term, I do think, skins in this game are insane. They're so limited, there's so much demand, and the only thing that's going to drag it down is if the player count crashes. But despite the lack of updates from CS2 and the game not really being in a great state, the player count is so ridiculously high. How high can things get? Nobody really knows, but these prices are absolutely ridiculous. I think if you're in profit massively, you should take at least a little bit of profit. It's the safest thing to do, and I think judging by any market in history, when we see this much of an increase in price in such a short period of time, there's a correction somewhere, and it's usually pretty drastic. But there's just so many buy orders for these skins. You could check something so exclusive, like an M9 Emerald, that are currently listed for $17,500. And the buy orders still, you've got plenty in the mid $16,000 range. You could just see, I'm going to keep scrolling down. You've got, I didn't count them out, but this is like 9, I would assume. Then one at 15K. So it's like, you would need, and then we've got a bunch of lower ones, but you would need such a massive increase in sellers right now for prices to crash down. And it seems like people are still completely comfortable buying at these prices. Obviously, everything is changing pretty much day to day. We're seeing double digit gains, double digit losses. So if 10 people decide to sell one skin a day, or if a certain type of skin starts crashing in price, I assume we're going to see that happen in the rest of the market. But right now, it's insane. And it could pretty much go as high as it wants. If case prices keep continuing up, that's going to continue to drag the market up along with it. So as long as people are comfortable paying, $5 for a gamma case, $5 for a spectrum case, or whatever it's at right now, or $22 for a glove case, then we're going to continue to see prices go up. I would say if we start seeing cases crash in price, then it's like a sure sign to sell. But once again, we got one of these and the market didn't react to it at all. So I've actually sold like $3,500 worth of skins right here. My inventory is somewhere above 30 grand at this point. I don't even know because everything has moved up so much. I tried to buy a howl from Zipple like a couple of days ago, but didn't see the trade offer. I probably would have lost money considering I was trading $2 for it, but here we are. So me personally, I would be safe, take some profit like I've done already, hold on to super exclusive stuff, and I don't know. I guess that's where we're at right now. So thank you guys so much for watching. Check out the sponsor with that link at the top of the description, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.